East Knox, where the Lucas Cubs are invading and trying to take down the visiting East Knox Bulldogs. It's live and free high school hoops, and it's streaming directly to you on your smartphone, TV, tablet, or computer. And it all comes to you next. Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
Mazza's restaurant first opened its doors in 1939. Today, a new generation of the Mazza family keeps that tradition alive by offering a full lunch and dinner menu highlighted by house classics like lasagna, chicken parmesan, and the famous Mazza salad. Their new facility, located in Mount Vernon, also offers catering and banquet services. Visit Mazzas.com for weekly specials and info and make Mazza's your new dining destination.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Hello and welcome back to East Knox High School. Storm Bluntschly joined by the illustrious Garret, Parlett, and Garret. We got a new one. Give me some initial thoughts on this one.
Yeah, Storm, both teams coming in on the wrong end of the stick, both losing
here recently. East Knox sits at 1-2 overall, 1-1 in the KMAC. So they did pick up a KMAC win. Lucas 1-5 in overall play and 0-2 in the MBC.
For East Knox, they beat Centerburg in their conference, like you had said. A new coach, but a lot of returning talent this year.
Yeah, new coach Mandy Todd, Chip Pozerak is going to step down. They do return a few players last year that were definitely key pieces to them, especially Shannon Mielik. But tonight's Storm, I think the key is going to be force a couple of Shelby Grover turnovers, getting the fast break opportunity, and you got to box out on the other end. You got to slow down players like Kyla Foss and, of course, Shelby Grover down low and pick up a big win here at home.
Of course, on our Frito Lay pregame, and as we kind of shift things over to Lucas, Shelby Grover, of course, a beast as always.
Obviously, the leading scorer here for Shelby. She was an All-Ohioan a couple years ago. One of the better players in the area. She's also a very great volleyball player as well. She had 29 in the very close loss to Hillsdale a couple nights ago. And then her sidekick also, Tori Salter, she had 20 points as well. But their Cubs' lone win was against Black River, where they won 46-42.
And Garrett, we had talked a little bit about, those two, but you also mentioned that, they might start needing a third option for when defenses start to realize kind of what their plan is.
Yeah, they struggle when those two have a rough night. It's hard for them to get any kind of points going. They don't have a lot of bench depth, only 8 girls rostered on the roster. And they went and played Mansfield Christian, the Flames, and they were neck and neck with them at the end of the third quarter, 38-30, but they struggled in the fourth quarter. Mansfield went on an 11-1 run and outscored Lucas 20-9 in the fourth quarter. So they've typically been in every game, but they usually just let themselves down as the game begins to get into the final moments.
And as your game goes on, as you get to the third and the fourth quarter and the second half, your depth is a big thing that you really need to work on.
And those teams are going to key in on those focal players, especially like Shelby Grover, one of the better girls basketball players in the area, is Tori Sauter as well. So once you key in on them, but as we mentioned, Storm, for Lucas to win this game on the road, they're going to have to feed the beast, feed Shelby Grover, and they got to weather the storms. Lucas has led up a couple runs, as I mentioned. Won the Mansfield Christian Flames 11-1 in the third quarter, or going in the fourth quarter. That was super crucial. But their key players are going to be Shelby Grover and Tori Salter.
Let's take a look at our matchup graphic here tonight. Lucas coming in at 1-5, like you mentioned. East Knox at 1-2. Both teams on a losing skid, combined 2-7 overall. Garrett, a win tonight is going to mean a lot for both of these squads.
Yeah, and that's a good thing about this. From one of these teams are going to get on the right end of the stick. One team is going to win this game and move up into the number 1 column. So both are struggling. Both are desperately needing wins, and one of them is going to pick up one here today.
As we take a look at the the East Knox starting lineup, we got Alexandra Majors at guard, Laura Keith at guard as well, Chandra Mielik, at forward, Kaya Salyers at center, and Natalie Smith at forward. Shifting things over to the Lucas Cubs, we'll take a look at their starters here on the Frito Lay pregame. Shelby Grover at guard, like we mentioned. Ryan Culler at guard as well. Tori Sauter at guard, a smaller lineup here. Marissa Cottery at center. And this one is Kyla Foss at forward. And I believe that'll wrap it up here for our Frito Lay pregame. You see there that players are still getting introduced, Garrett. But when you're on a skid like this, what does a win mean, no matter how big or small the margin of victory may be?
And it's nice to step out of your conference and play some tough competition. Lucas coming out of conference, out of the NBC, and, of course, East Knox out of the KMAC. So both teams stepping out of their comfort zone, stepping out to play a different team out of the area. Lucas traveling down here, and it would mean great numbers for both of these teams if either one picked up a win, get some momentum before you head really into the thick of things here as January and the end of December is going to come along, and conference play is going to really ramp up here shortly.
And early in the season when you get these non-conference games, it's meant to be kind of like that secondary scrimmage, to try to get some more experience, try to feel out your team still, just to head into conference play with that experience.
Yeah, teams typically at the end of the year are a completely different team than they were the first couple weeks of the season. I think both of these teams by the end of the year are going to figure things out and get into the win column a couple more times than they have so far in the beginning of the season.
All righty, first quarter action underway here as Lucas starts off. Dribbling inside, now kicking it out to the short quarter. Foss has it, puts up a mid-range shot. That one's not going to fall. Offensive rebound. 2 offensive rebounds now for Lucas, and they're going to be the first to get on the scoreboard.
That's exactly what East Knox didn't want to do, was let Lucas get to the glass, crash the glass, and get 2 offensive rebounds and get an easy 2 to go.
East Knox on the other end now as Majors takes it all the way to the cup and puts up 2 points.
And Majors was a key factor last year to East Knox. Some of their success that they had was getting it to Shanda Mielek and Majors down low and letting them go to work.
Lucas on the other end, corner three on the way. That one's not going to go. It's going to be tracked down by Foss. She gets it out to Sauter. Mid-range try on the way. That one not going to go. Another offensive rebound for the Lucas Cubs. No luck on that one either. They're able to corral it once again, and Grover has it now. Gets it inside, down low in the post. No shot, not going to go. Another offensive rebound, but a lot of chances there for Lucas. None of them able to come up with points, though.
Well, not the start that Coach Todd wanted for East Knox Bulldogs. Storm down low. Lucas already has 7 offensive rebounds here in under a minute and 15 seconds. So they got to crash the glass, box out, and get those defensive rebounds.
Shelby is going to take possession here as Grover is going to inbound. East Knox in a little bit of a press here, and it works to much their success as Major puts up another 2 and gets it to go.
Major the early factor here, getting a couple steals and pushing it to the basket and getting 2 points.
This press could draw trouble here for the Cubs. Able to get it across the half-court line here as Sauter has it. Tries to get it inside to Grover and does. She's able to find color. Dribbles it back outside. Now back inside to Cottery. Mid-range try on the way. That one's no good. Another rebound. Grover going high up for that one and putting it home for 2.
Tremendous play right there from Shelby Grover, reaching back, grabbing the offensive rebound, putting it up for 2, but it looks like Lucas is going to go down to Cotter. They like her height, sitting at 5'11", so they're going to try to feed her and get her some easy shots in the post.
Majors has it now for the Bulldogs, kicks it over to Keith. Mid-range try for her now. Not going to go. Rebound pulled down by Sauter and Garrett. It really looks like the Lucas Cubs are really wanting to crash that glass here early.
So far, they're dominating in the rebound category. Storm East Knox is going to do something differently here in the end of this first quarter to get into the rebound category.
We're all tied up at 4 here at East Knox. Sauter set to inbound for the Cubs. 3-point line now. Gets it inside. That one's not going to go. Another offensive rebound for Cottery. Able to get it to Foss. That's going to be a foul. It's going to go in favor of the East Knox Bulldogs. So East Knox trying to take a 2-point lead here as Majors has it. Grover right there on her across the half-court line. Gets it to Mielek at the top of the key. Couple of down screens. Keith now cues up a 3-pointer, and that one finds the bottom of the net.
Nothing but net right there from Laura Keith. Storm stepping out to the 3-point line and knocking down a big tray ball.
Sauter has it. Bounce pass to Culler. She's on the left wing. Grover now fakes a 3, drives to her right. Euro step, hop step hybrid, maybe a couple extra steps. Nonetheless, Lucas gets another 2-pointer.
Got to bring it out, Storm, with a he right there down low, getting to go for 2. Not sure. Thought it was going to be a travel call, but the left let it play out. It was a tremendous play from Grover.
Really was kind of like a hybrid hop step, Euro step as Culler cues up, Mielek cues up the 3 and gets it to go.
East Knox 2 for 2 now. Storm behind the arc with a 10-6 advantage here early in the first.
Sauter had it, gets it down inside to Foss. Post try on the way and a little barbecue chicken on that 2-pointer.
Lucas really likes their advantage down low, Storm. They've been feeding the post as East Knox takes it right to the cup, and that's going to be Natalie Smith with a tough take.
Offense in hyperdrive here today for both teams as they both come out the gates aggressive, wanting to score. Culler has it, 1-on-2 fast break, dribbles it off her own leg, and I believe that's going to be East Knox basketball.
So far, Storm, the biggest takeaway for me is East Knox only with 2 rebounds to Lucas's 10. They're dominating the glass. East Knox has got to get down low and box out, but what really has got them this early advantage is a 3-point shooting, 2 for 2 from behind the arc.
Majors has it, Grover right there, and Grover so aggressive on defense, able to get it over to Salyers. On the corner now as Keith looks like they were trying to get another 3, going to get a floater on that possession. Majors with the offensive rebound, mid-range try, not going to go. Sauter trying to leak out here in transitions, decides to slow down the pace, gets it across the half-court line. Grover trying to get it inside, will not, decides to take the 3. Not going to fall, and that's going to be a defensive rebound for East Knox. Very key for them to stop Lucas from grabbing the offensive rebounds and getting second chance points as they put one up and put one home.
Tremendous court awareness right there to get it down to Mielik, who was standing wide open underneath the basket, and she gets to go for 2 as East Knox's lead is now up to 6 points.
Sauter has it, gets it across half court, over inside to Foss. Foss has it, goes up strong, and gets rewarded with the 2-pointer.
Continuing to feeding the well right there is Foss with a beautiful drop step and the left hand off from the window for 2.
Majors has it, almost gets stripped away from Grover, and does. She's going to have a one-on-one run out, decides to take it herself, puts it up, not going to get it in. It's going to be stolen away from Grover, and look at the hustle play to stick with it and get rewarded with 2 points.
Tremendous play on defense to get the turnover, get the steal, and then push the fast break. Missed the easy one, but always follow your shot. Got the offensive rebound and got to go.
Majors takes a screen, dribbles to her right, thought about the mid-range try, kicks it inside to Salyers. Offensive rebound for Mielik. She's looking to work it down low and gets it into Majors. She puts one up, and that's going to be an old-fashioned 3-point play.
Strong move right there from East Knox. Alexandria Majors taking the contact, still finishing through it for the easy 2 and heading to the free throw line to see if she can make an old-fashioned 3-point play.
You see on our Mazza's replay, just really absorbing that contact. Not a lot of it, but absorbs it nonetheless and is able to get it to go and is going to have an opportunity here at the charity stripe for one more. Majors on her first free throw attempt of the contest, able to get that one to go 1 for 1. East Knox still with that backcourt pressure, able to get the steal. Cookies right there as Keith trying to go the other way with it. Going to be a lot of bodies on the floor, and that's going to be a jump ball, and the possession arrow points towards Lucas.
Thought we'd see a little bit more, Storm, of a defensive game. Both teams have got some easy looks at the rim. Both coaches, I'm sure, Coach Grover and Coach Todd, are going to want to look to assess that at the end of this first quarter. 2:11 still remaining, though.
Well, and Garrett, that's kind of one of the cornerstones of Lucas, just anything. They always want to play smash mouth, anything, no matter what it is, football, basketball, bowling, tennis, don't care. If there's a smash mouth version of it, they want to play that hard, aggressive style. As a beautiful bounce pass for East Knox is going to lead to another score.
And so far, Storm, East Knox's offense is slicing through this Lucas defense like a hot knife going through butter. Beautiful pass down low to Mielik, who's wide open, and Mielik's going to get the steal, push the pace, and finish this for an easy 2. Got it to go.
Timeout here taken by Lucas as Mielik leads all scorers with 9 points. Garrett, and she was a returning player from last year. She was really outstanding last year, but seems to be almost even better this year.
Yeah, obviously each year in high school you're going to grow, and so did Mielik. Only a sophomore last year, now a junior, Storm. Get some more experience, get some more varsity experience on the floor, and now leading her team with 9 points here in the early going.
Take a look at this replay right here as Major is able to work it down low. Beautiful bounce pass to Mielik to get that one to go. And Garrett, we'll take a look one more time at it just because it's our Mazza's replay.
Tremendous pass, Storm, from Majors. Finding the wide open teammate down low, and you got to make those easy ones, and so far Mielik has.
Yeah, looks like a delicious dish right there from Mazza's on the court. You know, I could go for some Mazza's, I think. After this one, I'm starting to get a little hungry. I know, big shock.
Big shock, Storm. Go figure, you're hungry, especially after reading off those replays.
Lucas now on offense with 1:40 left to go here in the first quarter. Cottery has it, gets it to Grover, a little pull-up. Jimmy on the way, not going to go. Majors with the rebound. East Knox looking to push the tempo, dribbling all the way down the far side of the court. And check out the defense from Grover. She's already got, I believe, 1 steal so far, and she is not giving up on the defensive end.
Despite being out-rebounded, Storm, 12-4, 8 in favor of the Lucas Cubs. They're still down 9 points, so East Knox, it's been the tray ball, and every offensive opportunity they got, they have made.
Keith, step back jumper on the way. That's going to go in silky smooth on the step back.
Nothing but the bottom of the net, Storm. East Knox is raining down right now. I don't know if they've even missed a shot.
And their defense so good. I think it really has kind of been a defensive game, Garrett, but both offenses just refuse to miss as Color has it, gets it inside, down low. That one's going to be a foul, not going to go, so it's going to be 2 shots at the charity stripe.
And they've continued to look down at Cottery all game long here in the first quarter, and she's really made the most of her opportunity. Let's see what they can do, see if she can knock down these free throws and get her point total to 4.
Gets her first one to go. And Garrett, I don't think it has been a lackadaisical Lucas offense, but I just think it's been East Knox really can't miss right now. I mean, it seems like any shot they put up is finding the bottom of the net.
Majors and Mielek have combined, Storm, for 16 of the East Knox 23 points, and most of those have come in the fast break opportunity. The two are a dynamic duo, definitely.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what we expected going in, but now here going into the second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, who's going to be that third option we can go to when there's, starting to get some tired legs from those two? East Knox has it now on offense. Majors dribbles to her left, finds the way inside the lane. Dipsy-do, that one goes for two.
Little bit of floater alert, Storm, with the lefty finish. Rattling that one home.
Looking a little bit like Tony Parker as Lucas has it on the other end. Cottery gets it inside to Grover. Now over to Color, mid-range try on the way. Not going to go. Another offensive rebound from Lucas and put up and home by Cottery.
Lucas giving themselves a chance to come back into this game. If they're going to continue to dominate the glass, East Knox has got to get bodies on bodies to stop that.
10 seconds left to go. East Knox can hold this for the final shot if they want to. Keith has it. Almost throws it away and does. Will not be saved. I believe that was a little of an inadvertent buzzer as there are still 6 seconds left on the first quarter clock. As Lucas will have to go the length of the court. Grover set the inbound. Gets it to Sauter. 5 seconds now. Sauter looking to work it over to the corner. Gets it mid-range try, and that one's going to be blocked. So your first quarter final, 25-16 in favor of the East Knox Bulldogs. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with some live and free high school hoops on the OH Report.
Mazza's Restaurant first opened its doors in 1939. Today, a new generation of the Mazza family keeps that tradition alive by offering a full lunch and dinner menu highlighted by house classics like lasagna, chicken parmesan, and the famous Mazza salad. Their new facility, located in Mount Vernon, also offers catering and banquet services. Visit Mazzas.com for weekly specials and info and make Mazza's your new dining destination.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to this song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Second quarter action underway here at East Knox. Garrett, 25-16 in favor of the Bulldogs, and some terrific defense, but even better offense for them in the first quarter.
Yeah, they got it done, Storm. In transition, forcing a bunch of turnovers as Shelby Grover's going to stop, pop the mid-range jumper, not going to get it to go, as Natalie Smith's going to push the pace for the Bulldogs.
East Knox 2-on-1, fast break, able to hook pass it over to Keith, but that's going to be an offensive foul. Lucas going to be taking it the other way.
Tremendous play right there to step in and take the offensive foul and head the other way and get your offense another opportunity to cut into this deficit.
Garrett, one of the bright spots for the Lucas offense has been Shelby Grover. I mean, we kind of knew that coming in, but she really has really stepped up as well as Cotterty.
I'm surprised to see that they're not feeding her as much as they typically do, Storm, but here they go right here, right down to Shelby Grover. Makes me eat my words. Once again, 8 points now for Grover.
Eat your words, just like a delicious Mazza serving as East Knox has it. Smith back outside, three-pointer on the way, and that's going to be the first three-point miss for the Bulldogs tonight as Lucas taking it the other way. The three-point shooting is something that really put them ahead in the first quarter.
And they knocked down 2 triples, a big reason why they're up 7 points right now. Beautiful pass right there from Grover. Going to be a jump ball call, Storm. Not sure about that one. Let's take a look on the Mazza replay.
I marked that replay because of that beautiful pass, but it'll give us an opportunity to look at that jump ball. I don't know. Every ref kind of has their own timing of when they decide to do a jump ball, so that will be in possession of the Bulldogs here. Smith has it, gets it across half court. Lucas defense, of course, getting up close and personal. Mielek swings it over to Keith. Three-pointer on the way. That try goes, and the East Knox three-point shooting continues.
Beautiful shot right there. Nice stroke. Splashed it for 3. Is there now up to 3 three-pointer, Storm, for the Bulldogs.
Sauter has it. Defense right there on her. Gets it inside. That's going to be a walk. Took one too many steps. Moved that pivot foot. It's going to be East Knox ball.
East Knox Storm can take a huge lead here going into the halftime break if they can continue to force these Lucas turnovers and get on the offensive end and capitalize.
6:15 left to go here in the second quarter. Down low is Mielik. She puts one up and puts it off the glass. Garrett, a little barbecue chicken from both these teams now.
Showing off the strength right there was Mielik. You got to be able to get down there and stop her, put a body on her, and make her go through the contact. That was just way too easy for Mielik.
Grover has it, gets it to Sauter. She tries a three-pointer. That one's not going to go, and I don't believe Lucas has made a three-pointer yet as Grover resets the offense. She dribbles to her left. That's going to be a hand check, I believe, right there. So Lucas is going to take it out of bounds.
Lucas got to stop the bleeding here, down 12 points. Don't want to let this lead continue to balloon. Let's see what they can do here offensively.
Grover inbounded it, gets it over to the perimeter. Now back to Grover, tries a three-pointer. That one's not going to go. Mielik has the rebound. Looking to push the tempo once again in transition. Left her on an island. Grover's going to take it herself, goes up for the layup, and puts it home for another two in transition for the Lucas Cubs.
That's a great way to get back into this game. Cut it back down to 10 points, get a steal, get it to your best player for an easy layup.
Wow. Excuse me, Keith does not see a shot she doesn't like right now. She knows she's cooking from behind the arc. That one not going to go, but man, she seems confident with that three-point shot.
She shot a couple of them, Storm, and she's knocked down a couple of them as well. Keith has been red hot from downtown. She's not afraid to pull that trigger.
Definitely not when you shoot at the percentage she does, as Cottery gets down low and gets two, but when you shoot at the percentage she does, you shouldn't be scared to shoot. Smith has it, dribbles to her left, kicks it out. Tried to get it to Majors, but that one's going to be tipped out of bounds as a couple of Cubs as well as a Bulldog will check into this one.
And this is a Storm where we talked about pregame, both teams, not a lot of bench depth, so this is a key part of the game. 4:53 remaining in the second quarter. Lucas down 8 points. Let's see if they can rattle off. It's going to be a 5-second call. It's great defense from Lucas.
That's the typical Lucas defense we're used to seeing, causing those 5-second violations and a lot of turnovers. And their defense actually has stepped up quite a bit here in the second quarter from where it was in the first.
Yeah, Mielik was having anything she wanted. They've stopped her a couple times the last few possessions and cut it back down to an 8-point lead. Let's see if they can make it to 6. I'm sure they're going to go to their best player in Grover.
Color has it now on a pass from Grover, trying to work it inside. They won't. And Garrett, it really seems like this Lucas ball club kind of forgets about the three-point arc sometimes. They really want to get it down low and get those easy gimmies inside.
Yeah, they've really been trying to get it down to Cottery down low. She's got a boatload of points for them as well. But you got to be able to, swing around and hit a three-point shot, hit a mid-range jumper to really space the floor. And so far, East Knox has been putting all the bodies down low to stop that.
East Knox now on offense. Three-pointer on the way from Majors. That one's not going to go. Battle for the offensive rebound. Salyer's able to come up with it, gets it out to Majors. She gets her own rebound, puts up another try, won't get it. She's still battling for a rebound. And Lucas is going to obtain possession, and Grover's going to bring it across half court. Grover gets it over to the left wing. Now back up top to Foss. Foss rifles one inside. Color in the lane. I believe that one was blocked. Tipped out of bounds. It will be East Knox basketball. Majors the other way. Who else but Grover picking her up at half court. As Keith gets in the lane, puts up a floater, not going to go. Rebound swiped away by Mielik, and she's going to go to the line for two.
Mielik just wanted that more Storm than anybody else on the floor. Went up, snatched that rebound, got it out of the air, and we head to the free throw line for two.
So Mielik, actually the only player who scored on the floor for East Knox right now. She has 9. I believe she leads all Lucas scores right now with 9. On the other end, who else but Grover with 10 points. As Mielik steps up for her second attempt at the free throw line. That one finds the bottom of the net. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here on your Pinhook Meats scoreboard.
Couple starters. Check back in, Storm, for Lucas Cottery back in the game. She is second on the team in points right now. Is going to get a foul call and going to shoot 2 and see if she can add her total.
Check out the arc on that pass as Cottery floats it inside, or excuse me, Cottery was the recipient of that pass, puts it up, will get fouled, and will have a couple at the charity stripe. First one off the front iron and out, not going to go. 31-22 in favor of your home court East Knox Bulldogs. Cottery on her second attempt and able to get that one to go. 1 for 2, splits the pair. That was her 9th point of the night, excuse me. Totten has it. Over now to Montgomery. Another turnover for East Knox. So Lucas's defense really stepping things up, and it seems like they're also trying to get on transition a lot more as Sauter has it for Lucas. Back inside. Layup not going to go, but a couple more coming for the free throw line for the Lucas Cubs. And Garrett, that's something you never want to do, especially when you're ahead. You never want to, stop the clock and give your opponent 2 free attempts at the free throw line.
Lucas pushing the pace, get it inside, taking some contact. I'm sure Coach Kathy Grover is happy about that. It stops the clock, and you get an opportunity to cut into the lead. Exactly what they do right here. Tori Sauter knocks down the first one.
Smith is going to check in for Totten on the Bulldog side of things. No substitutions for Lucas. Sauter with her second attempt. That one goes as well. Both of those finding nothing but the bottom of the net.
7-1 run here, Storm. Since the 4-minute mark in the second quarter, Cubs locking up defensively and forcing some players East Knox doesn't typically have on the floor score the basketball.
Majors has it, tries to sneak it inside and gets it there. And a beautiful shot from Montgomery to restart the East Knox offense.
Beautiful pass from Majors right down to Montgomery. Little pop pass down low, got it to go for 2.
Sauter has it, going to tag her with a travel. But Garrett, before that possession, it had been a while without an East Knox basket, and it seems like they're kind of trying to move away from the 3-point shots going forward.
They've been going down low, especially to Mielik, and they let Majors set up the offense. Going to let Smith take up the floor this time.
Smith dribbles to her right. They're going to call that one a body check foul on Color. It's going to be sidelined out of bounds. Looks like Smith is gearing up to inbound for the Bulldogs. Little box action for East Knox, and a little too aggressive on that screen, as that will be an off-the-ball foul, and possession is going to be taken by Lucas. Never like to end those possessions with off-ball fouls. Garrett, you at least want to, have an attempt at a shot, but when you end it with an off-ball foul, it really kind of just messes up everything.
Yeah, you don't want to give Lucas an opportunity to make this an even closer ball game than it already is. You had all the momentum, and now Lucas seems to be clawing their way back as Cottery can't get that one to go, and Natalie Smith's going to push the pace, and she's got Major Storm wide open for the easy left-hand layup. Make this a 10-point game, 35-25 in favor of the Bulldogs.
Right down Main Street, able to go, and that's one of our signature sayings, I believe, on this crew. Sauter has it. Dribbles around the wing. Now to Color. She goes inside, left-handed finish on the way. Not going to go. Another defensive rebound for East Knox. And Garrett, that's something they've been doing a lot, is getting bodies on bodies, not really allowing Lucas to grab those offensive rebounds.
Yeah, they're closing the gap. I believe Lucas started out, Storm, with 8 offensive rebounds, I believe, in the first 3 possessions. And now East Knox has 10 rebounds while Lucas has 17. So they're cutting back into that deficit, exactly what they need to do.
Ooh, Garrett, a little bit of color commentary as well as being a statistician. You got to wear many hats when you're here at the OH Report. Lucas on offense now. Grover has it, top of the key, dribbles to her left, goes all the way inside. A little Jimmy J on the way, and that one finds the bottom of the bucket.
Shooter's touch right there. That's just too easy for Grover. Right in the middle of the lane, you got to step up. You got to stop the ball immediately, and she just takes the easy jumper for 2 and gets the shooter's touch.
Lucas offense really seems to like those mid-range jumpers. They don't really shoot a lot from the outside, but they really like their layups and their mid-range jump shots.
We talked a lot, Storm, in the pregame about Lucas finding their third option, and so far I think that they have in Marissa Cottery. She has 9 points. She's second in the team, right behind Shelby Grover with 12. Now they just need Tori Sauter to pick it back up, and they should be right back in this game.
going to be a defensive foul with 30 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Keefe is going to check back in for the Bulldogs. And Boyer is going to check in for the Cubs. Out of bounds for Smith and the Bulldogs. Gets it in. Majors, a beautiful drawn-up play for the inbounds. Garret, she was wide open the whole possession. A lot of good cuts right there on that out-of-bounds play.
Tremendous play. A little bit of miscommunication from Lucas, and Majors snuck right out the back for a wide-open pass, an easy layup.
Lucas has it now, has an opportunity to take the last shot of the half if they want. Grover has it, puts it up and puts it home. 10 seconds left here to go in the second quarter. East Knox the other way, three-point try on the way, not going to go. 3 seconds now for Lucas. Going to have to be a prayer. Full court shot on the way, not going to go, and that's going to do it here for the first half. The East Knox Bulldogs lead the Lucas Cubs 37-29. Going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with halftime. But for now, you've been watching High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
Mazza's restaurant first opened its doors in 1939. Today, a new generation of the Mazza family keeps that tradition alive by offering a full lunch and dinner menu highlighted by house classics like lasagna, chicken parmesan, and the famous Mazza salad. Their new facility, located in Mount Vernon, also offers catering and banquet services. Visit Mazzas.com for weekly specials and info and make Mazza's your new dining destination.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Merry Christmas.
halftime here at East Knox High School, where the Bulldogs are out in front of the Lucas Cubs 37-29. Storm Bluntschly joined by the illustrious Garret Parlett. And Garret, let's take a look at these halftime stats presented by Frito Lay for the Lucas Cubs. 12 field goals, a goose egg for threes, 18 rebounds, 3 fouls, 7 turnovers, shooting 4 of 5 from the charity stripe for East Knox. 13 field goals, 2 threes, 10 rebounds, 5 fouls, 6 turnovers, and shooting a 2 for 3 on free throws. Garret, give me your takeaways from the first half.
Well, really, both teams was a back-and-forth battle. East Knox got out to that, I believe the biggest lead was a 12-point advantage, but East Knox getting dominated in the rebound category, 8+ in favor of the Cubs, but it hasn't hurt them so far. They've capitalized on their offensive opportunities, and they've knocked down those 2 triples. They've been firing from downtown, and they've made a couple of them, but they went a little cold in the second quarter, so I'm sure they're going to look to light it back up behind the arc.
And Garret, 2 threes to 0 threes, that doesn't really seem like that much, but when you put it into the perspective of points, that's 6 unanswered points. I mean, that's a lot. Yeah,
and that's really what the scoreboard is showing. They're only down 8 points, and 2 of them are from the threes. So the threes are playing a crucial part in the game so far. East Knox has knocked down 2 of them. They got to come out and they got to rebound a little bit better because Lucas, they've missed a few bunnies at the rim. And when you find out that you're going to be able to make those, and Shelby Grover's going to be able to make those at the rim, and Cartery down low, they're going to sneak back into this game. So East Knox, they got to crash the boards and box out.
And Garret, rebounding a big key, it seemed like, for the first quarter, but as the game kind of went on, Lucas kind of fell off the offensive glass. They weren't as aggressive, and they weren't, it seemed like they weren't as interested as rebounding on the offensive end.
Well, they got 3 or 4 within the first two possessions, off the rip, and then East Knox and Coach Mandy Todd really set in. We had to crash the boards and box out. Shelby Grover was getting boxed out by Mielek, and Mielek was playing very physical on both ends of the court, doing her best responsibility to get as many rebounds and offensive rebounds as she could.
And the leading scorers for both teams, Majors with 13 and Grover with 14. Garret, we've got a scoring battle here from both point guards. Do you think it's going to be those two who kind of step up for these squads, or do you think it's going to be kind of the supporting cast?
Both players have put it up at a high clip. Majors with 13 and Grover with 14. We kind of thought of that Storm was, we thought Mielek would do a little bit more of the scoring, but Majors has been red hot. That jumper has been on. And I'm looking to see Majors come out here and, of course, light up the scoreboard as well as they're going to get it to Grover on the Lucas side of the ball.
And Lucas, they're going to have to start playing some stingy defense. They kind of let East Knox kind of get whatever they wanted. A lot of three-pointers, a lot of mid-range tries went. But I believe that's going to do it for our halftime report here at East Knox. We're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back with second half action here in a second. But for now, you've been watching High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
Mazza's restaurant first opened its doors in 1939. Today, a new generation of the Mazza family keeps that tradition alive by offering a full lunch and dinner menu highlighted by house classics like lasagna, chicken parmesan, and the famous Mazza salad. Their new facility, located in Mount Vernon, also offers catering and banquet services. Visit Mazzas.com for weekly specials and info and make Mazza's your new dining destination.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Mazza's Restaurant.
Hello and welcome back to East Knox, where third quarter action is moments away. As I bring up our scoreboard, and it will say the right quarter. There's the buzzer, so we are going to get right into it. But I did want to read a YouTube comment that we got. Caleb Thomas with the big 3, as well as some barbecue chicken question mark. What kind of move is that? Well, I'll let you know. It was Caleb, right?
Yeah,
Caleb. When you're down on the post, this is a term I believe that Shaq coined. When you're down on the post and you do a dirty move to someone, that's called giving them the barbecue chicken.
It's called giving the barbecue chicken, iconic from Shaq Storm. He did it to a lot of players, and so far we've seen it from a couple players tonight getting it done. A little bit of barbecue chicken alert.
Yeah, that's what it is, the barbecue chicken alert. And you know, with how big a dude Shaq is, he's always thinking about food.
And you are too.
Of course I am. I'm always thinking about Mazza's. Gosh, whenever I come up here, man, all I want to do is go to Mazza's. Basketball, that's what we're here doing. Inside now for Lucas's Cottery. She gets her 2-pointer to go, and the offense is both coming out really aggressive here in the second half.
Cottery improving on her impressive night, now in double figures, sitting at 11, just behind Shelby Grover with 14.
Pretty high-scoring night here for both these teams, 39 and 31 in the first half. That is no low-scoring game as Keith puts up a 3-pointer. Won't go. I don't believe she's had one go since the first half, so a little bit of an icy night from behind the arc for the second and third quarter so far for the Cubs, for the Bulldogs. On the other end, Culler has it, mid-range fake, gets it over to Foss. She puts one up. Had some nice rotation on it, but will not go, and that's going to be a foul on Lucas. So East Knox will take possession. Both of the leading scorers already scored at least once. Majors with 15, and Grover with 14 as Majors has it on the offensive end, gets it over to Smith for East Knox. Lucas really trying to create some turnovers here as they get it over to Salyers. Now over to Keith, 3-point try on the way. That one's not going to go. Grover with the rebound, looking to push the pace. 2-on-2 fast break. Another Euro step, but that one's going to be a travel. And Garret, I thought that one looked cleaner than the one that we saw earlier.
I thought it was going to be a hip check, Storm, instead of the travel call, but as you mentioned, Majors, Keith, and Mielek have combined for 35 of the East Knox 39 points, so the big 3 for the Bulldogs getting it done here tonight.
Majors has it across half court. Grover right there on her. Grover, such a terrific defender, has already created some loose balls as Keith has it, almost throws it away, able to get it to Mielek. Mielek now back to Keith. Another 3-point try. That's her third 3-pointer in a row on the offensive end. That one's not going to go, but I don't believe that Keith is going to stop shooting.
No, Storm, she's been doing it all night long, and she's going to continue to do so. She's knocked down a couple here tonight. Surprised there was no travel call right there. Thought she rotated her pivot foot, but ref's seen otherwise.
Thought that's what the East Knox fans wanted as well, as Grover puts that one up and puts it home. Going to be a timeout on the floor for a shoe that needs tied. And Garret, I feel like that was always me. I feel like the refs always had to stop the game for me specifically to tie my shoe. Could never keep them laced. I probably didn't actually even know how to tie my shoe till I was like, I don't know, what, 10 or 11? Is that what age you learn, or is it way sooner than that?
I think it's 10.
10-ish?
I would say so.
Oh, all right. Now all, of course, I wear is, Vans as East Knox able to put 2 more on the board, but I had put these lace shoes on a half, Garret, and I couldn't even remember how to tie them. No travel call there as Sauter has it, gets it down low, and that one goes. So, Garret, a couple of missed turnovers have led to some more Lucas points as they're trying to crawl back into this one.
Threading the needle down low, and then Foss took it up for the easy 2, and nice pass from Smith, but Salyers is going to be able to corral it as that'll be an East Knox turnover.
Montgomery checks in, and Salyers sits down for the Bulldogs as Brannigan checks in for Lucas, and Kohler sits down. And Garret for the Bulldogs. Mielek, not one of those players who demands the ball a lot. She does a lot of her scoring off the ball or off an assist.
Yeah, she does a lot of the dirty work down low, gets offensive rebounds, runs out in transition, but Majors is really the point guard and the floor general here in this offense. She's always looking for her shot, looking for that left-handed jumper, but Mielek is going to get the steal and see if she can find a teammate. It's going to be tipped by Shelby Grover, but East Knox will retain possession.
And Garrett, I got a question I gotta ask you. Do you think Lucas will attempt a three before the final buzzer sounds on this one?
Well, Storm, they've been looking inside all night long. I'm sure eventually Shelby Grover might step out and see if she can knock down a three-pointer. But East Knox, they're firing at all cylinders, regardless if it goes in or not. But Shanda Mielik right there, strong move, gets the offensive rebound, and gets to go for two to make it an 8-point game.
Hey, you know what they say, some of your easiest attempts will come off of the offensive rebound because more than likely if you grab it, you're going to be within 3 feet of the basket as there's a three-pointer on the way. And Garrett, check that out, eating my words right there as East Knox, I believe that was their first attempt, able to cash that one home for three.
That's exactly what they needed. They needed Tori Sauter to get the ball in her hands and knock down a three. They doubled Shelby Grover at the top of the key, swung it over to Sauter, and got it to go for three. It's her 5th point of the night.
And Garrett, it seems that Lucas is able to just kind of keep the lead where it's at. They're not really able to make any progression on chipping that away. So what do they need to do to kind of chip away at this lead?
I think they've got it all the way down to 3 points, Storm, and then East Knox will pull away. It's been a game of runs, and Lucas has struggled when other teams go on these runs defensively. But so far the offense is starting to pick it back up. They just got to get some stops. They got to box out. Shanda Mielik had the beautiful offensive rebound down here on the other end. So got to box out, limit the turnovers, then get it in your best players in Grover's hands.
Definitely, Garrett. And maybe, three-pointers moving forward, maybe that'll be the key for them to come back. Maybe they'll, what they say, a three is greater than a two. So who knows, maybe Lucas needs to come out firing from that three-point arc.
Sauter, 1 of 1, Storm. For a shooter, it's that easy to get hot. As soon as you see one fall through the net, she might be looking for a three-point shot now.
Definitely, as out of the timeout, it will be East Knox basketball. So it looked like Lucas kind of wanted to take a press there, but they decided, nah, we like our half-court chances. East Knox has it. Smith on the right wing. She dribbles to right, quick crossover, gets into the lane, kicks it out to Keith. Fall away try on the way, and Keith struggling here in the third quarter. Hasn't made a shot yet.
You like to see that as a coach of the Storm, continuing to try to get your shot and get some points on the board. They believe in her as East Knox going to force another turnover. A nice pass from Mielik down to Smith for the easy layup and the 2 points.
Wow, on a rope right there. That was a Chris Paul bounce pass as that one able to get through the gap and go for two. 45-38 with 3 minutes left to go here on the Pinhook Meats scoreboard. Trying to work that one inside. They do. And Garrett, that's been their bread and butter all night. Get it down low and finish the easy 2-point attempts.
They've been dominating inside. Cottery now up to 13 points. East Knox has to get Mielik on her to try to put some bodies on bodies and force her to step out and hit a jumper.
Keith has it, gets it over to Mielik, mid-range try on the way. That one's not going to fall. And the offensive woes continue as there's a scrap for the basketball. Lucas going to come up with it. Grover on the other end going to throw it away. Not going to be able to corral it is Sauter. And Garrett, offensive woes here for the East Knox Bulldogs as Lucas is able to cut the lead to 5.
Back down to 5 again. They just can't get over that hump they've been trying for so long since that second quarter. Let's see what they can do here. Grover, it was a nice play to look up and try to find Tori Sauter, but she just couldn't corral it.
Majors dribbles to her left, gets it to Smith, almost a turnover. A lot of traps here for Lucas. Grover not able to get that one. 3 on 5 now as Keith drives inside. That's going to be no shot on the floor, but how about Keith not taking no as an answer? She wants to get her offensive game back on track.
As soon as she sees one Storm go through the net, she's going to catch fire and immediately look for that three-point shot. Just because she missed a few, it doesn't matter. She's going to continue to look for a shot, and she's going to cue one up and knock that one down. Pretty shot right there for 3.
With how much we talk about things, Garrett, and then they magically happen, we should play the lottery a lot more, I think.
It's that commentator's curse, Storm.
But I feel like we have it in a good way as there's a turnover there. Keith comes up with it for East Knox, and another turnover. A lot of bodies on the floor. Lucas able to come up with it. Almost a travel. Not going to move the pivot foot. Tracked down by Sauter. 3-point try on the way. Grover not going to get it to go. East Knox the other way. Majors has it. Bounce pass to Smith. She dribbles inside. Going to throw it away. Garrett, a lot of turnovers here for East Knox, and it seems to be a lot of them unforced.
Beginning to pile on. Smith had, I believe, a 3-on-2 opportunity right there. Just got to find the open man, put the pass between the numbers, and then assess the situation. I think they would have had an easy layup at the rim, but is going to be a turnover, and Lucas has another opportunity to cut into the lead.
Grover set to inbound this one. She has 16. Sauter bringing the ball up the court. Grover with the screen. Sauter to her right, gets it to the cutting Grover. Right play right there, Garrett. Had the more open shot, but I think Grover was open enough to take that one, but that's called being a little too unselfish.
Unselfish play right there from Grover. Had the easy look, but had a better look down at the rim with her teammate, but she just couldn't get it as it went off her hands, and that will be a Lucas turnover.
Grover right there on Majors, almost a throwaway. Smith able to corral it. Going to be a defensive foul on the Lucas Cubs. So East Knox is going to take possession. And Garrett, we saw the lead cut to 5, but then East Knox, like you said, man, they just go on their own run. They expand the lead, and we're back up to 8. Inside is Mielek going to put up the hook shot, and that's going to go. Count that baby and the foul. Old-fashioned three-point play.
Your new leading scorer for the Lady Bulldogs, Shanda Mielek, with a strong move. Gets the floater to go, and we'll head to the charity stripe to knock down one to make this a three-point play.
Totten is going to check in for the Bulldogs as Keith takes a seat. Kind of strange to me that she would make one and then you take her out, but hey, I'm up here. Mielek at the line to try to convert this three-point play. And that one goes. Great concentration to knock down that one. Other way is Lucas, and that's going to be the travel call that the East Knox fans wanted.
Pivotal turnover right there. East Knox now gets another opportunity to add to this lead. Now in double digits, sitting at 11. They might try to hold this Storm for the last shot of the quarter and see if they can even go up even more.
Going to have to milk a lot of clock as Mielek has it with over a minute left to go. Smith inside, puts it up. Isn't going to go, but is going to be rewarded with some free throw attempts.
East Knox so unselfish. Always looking for the open cutter, and this time it was Natalie Smith. Tremendous pass from Mielek down low. Takes the contact and we'll head to the free throw line.
Garrett, on the offensive end for Lucas, it kind of seems that everyone but Grover has gone a little cold. She has 16, but no one really able to put the ball in the net besides her for the Cubs.
The bench depth is struggling when they come onto the floor offensively, and the offense goes off. Cotterty now back out on the floor. She has 13 for the Cubs. Let's see what they do here. Down low, she's been a dominant force in the trenches.
Another turnover here for Lucas, Foss not able to track that one down, Garrett. In that situation, you kind of just have to let that one roll out of bounds.
Yeah, just let it go. At this point of the game, time is going to begin to be a factor as this third quarter is going to wind down. As Natalie Smith's going to pop a three. Thought that one was good, Storm, but going to be an air ball. But East Knox will retain possession. Lucas knocked it out.
And those kind of mistakes right there are what's really costing Lucas their extra possessions as Smith is set to inbound this one as well. They get it in quickly. I believe that's Totten down low. Not going to get that one to fall on the rebound. Finally corralled by the Lucas Cubs. Sauter has it, goes inside. Color now down low, not going to go. Rebound corralled by Totten. Dribbling down the near side of the court all the way. Double team, that's going to be out of bounds off of the Lucas Cubs. East Knox retains possession.
30 seconds left. East Knox probably going to hold this to the end of the quarter. Not let Lucas get an opportunity to cut this to single digits.
And if you're East Knox, the clock is your friend. You want to drain as much of that as you can. As Smith thought about the three, dribbles to her right, gets it over to Totten inside. Majors on the left wing. Mid-range try from Totten. That one's not going to go. Smith able to corral the offensive rebound. Has it in the low block. Decides to dribble it out. 10 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Majors has it. 5 seconds now. Takes the screen from Mielek. Got to put this one up. Majors mid-range try on the way, and that one finds the bottom of the net at the end of the third quarter. Wow, what a shot by Majors, and that's going to send us into the fourth quarter with a 53-40 advantage for the East Knox Bulldogs. Going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more basketball live and free on the OH Report.
First opened its doors in 1939. Today, a new generation of the Mazza family keeps that tradition alive by offering a full lunch and dinner menu highlighted by house classics like lasagna, chicken parmesan, and the famous Mazza salad. Their new facility, located in Mount Vernon, also offers catering and banquet services. Visit Mazzas.com for weekly specials and info and make Mazza's your new dining destination.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
We're back at East Knox where Grover's going to get a quick layup attempt, and that one's going to go for the Lucas Cubs. Storm Bluntschly joined by the illustrious Garret, Parlett, and Garret. We saw some more East Knox domination in the third quarter. Just talk to me a little bit about what you saw.
They did it down low on the glass, cutting into that rebound deficit. But Lucas got exactly what they wanted as Keith tries a three, and she's made two of them, Storm. Nothing but splash from downtown. Now a 14-point advantage for the Lady Bulldogs.
Wow, 16 points for Keith as she nails home that three-point attempt. Cottery has it, gets it inside to Grover. Grover now back outside to Culler. Culler over to Grover. Grover with a quick crossover, gets in the lane. Jumping pass, able to get it into the hands of Foss, but it's not going to go, and East Knox is going to have an opportunity. Wanted to show this replay. This was the end of the third quarter, right as soon as the buzzer sound. Great concentration from Majors in the air to get that one to go. That one even almost looked like an and one.
Thought there was a little bit of a push, but nonetheless, Majors with the left hand off the window. But look at the scoring, Storm, for East Knox. Majors with 17, Mielek with 17, and then Keith with 16.
Wow, three terrific options there for East Knox as Lucas has gone so cold from the field as Smith in a run out, able to get that layup to go. But wow, Lucas just on a cold spell right now as it seems. The only two people able to get it done are Cottery and Grover.
East Knox looking to put the dagger in the Cubs. Up 16 points now. They're doing it offensively and forcing Lucas to take fadeaway shots at the rim and then push the pace offensively.
And Garrett, when you run that kind of style of offense that they do where you focus primarily on inside twos, having a big deficit is where that can hurt a lot as you're not really able to claw back as Keith takes another three. Wow, missed a splash, man. I make it splash, man. Check that one out. Another three-pointer to go from Keith.
That's some cheese, Storm. Laura Keith knocking down the three ball with ease. She's got three in the second half alone. She has been a sniper from deep and now leads the team in points with 19.
Must have adjusted the three-point sliders there or something at the end of the third quarter, put them all the way up to 99. I mean, look at that, a full step behind the three-point arc, able to get that one to go.
Nothing but net two. College, maybe an NBA three, Storm. She was a couple steps behind the three-point line and was nothing but net, and now a 19-point advantage as East Knox looks to put this one away and move to 2-2 on the year.
And Keith struggled mightily in the third quarter, but in that late third and early fourth quarter, able to knock down a couple of threes and a couple of threes here in the fourth quarter. That's what we mean, Garrett. You never want to stop shooting because that means you gave up on yourself. So when you keep shooting, that's kind of what happens.
As we mentioned, as soon as you see one go in, you get that confidence back, and you just want to continue to let it fly. And she has let it fly in the second half, knocking down three triples and adds her point total.
Rewarded mightily with a 19-point total for her on the night. I'm sure there's more to come as Grover gets inside. A big hop step, Garrett, and that one – maybe a little travel, but wow, what a hop step to get that two-pointer to go.
Not sure if it was a travel or not, Storm.
I don't think it was. I
think it was clean. It was a tremendous move from Grover, showing off the athleticism, but Keith couldn't get that one to go as Lucas Krause and gets the ball on offense.
Just a big, large hop step, a big jump stop in that. It was effective. Grover back into the lane. No hop step this time. Back over to Grover on the three-point line. Mid-range try on the way, not going to go. Rebound for Lucas and an easy putback for the Cubs.
Lucas still dominating down low in the rebound category, but it's been the East Knox shooting that has been doing the damage as Mielek somehow gets that one to go with 3 Cubs around her to add to her points.
And Garrett, this is kind of what we were talking about. Who's going to be that third option for Lucas as Grover has 20 and Cottery has 15. So who's going to be that third option for them when, the East Knox Bulldogs start clamping down?
So far, they haven't been able to find that. We've seen Foss knock down a couple jumpers, as she did there. Now up to 8 points. So Lucas, they've got it to go with Keith Storm is shooting the lights out.
Jeez.
With the 3-ball. She is like a loose cannon you got to get up on and guard her as soon as she passes half court.
Oh, my goodness. Wow, the confidence right there. I wish I had half as much confidence in my shot as she does because she is just yanking it from wherever she pleases, and it's going and finding the bottom of the net. Lucas with an mid-range try on the way, not going to go. Keith leaking out, trying to keep an eye on her because, if she gets it, she is pulling it for 3. They need to start denying the ball as Grover almost gets the steal on Mielek. They're going to call that one dead with a foul.
They had Keith Storm open in the corner. Surprise. It's just too easy. You got to close out on a shooter. As soon as they pass half court, you've got to be in them. But Keith has been on fire here in the second half.
Garrett, that's like you at Gam's house, man. You got to deny the ball from you because wherever you get it, you're a threat to yank it or drive to the dish, just like Keith. I mean, it's scary going up against someone like that.
Yeah, Keith has been a heck of a player here tonight, leading the Bulldogs with 22 points. But this triple threat, Majors with 17, Mielek with 19, and then, of course, Keith with a 22. That's pretty much all of East Knox points. They have been doing a lot of damage at all 3 levels.
That's going to be a moving screen right there for the Lucas Cubs. So East Knox going to take possession. Mielek set to inbound. And Garrett, when you're a player like Mielek who your team relies on a lot, how nice is it to kind of have that second or third option that you can rely on to score for you when you can't get your shot?
Well, the whole team really has been doing a lot of damage, but looking for Keith again. Storm, is she going to get it to go? Not this time. Lucas will rebound. But East Knox has so many options, and they do it all very differently. Majors likes to, take it with the ball and try to find open shots through the mid-range and get some layups. Mielek is dominating down low, and then you kick it out to Keith. So they got all three threats, all at 3 different levels. One likes down low, one likes the mid-range, and one likes the deep shot. So they're going to be a very tough team to defend.
Inbound now for Grover. She has it across the half-court line. Takes a screen from Sauter. Almost a turnover right there. Luke is able to corral it. Grover now out to Sauter. Grover trying to work it inside. Little pinball wizardry right there as they're not able to corral it. And a lot of bodies flying all around the court, but that one's going to end up with a foul on Lucas. And I believe that East Knox is shooting 1-1 now.
Not what you want if you're Lucas now. Easy opportunities to go to the free throw line and continue to swell this lead up. Could make it a 20-point deficit after these 2.
Montgomery set to check in for the Bulldogs, and Mielek, one of the leading scorers for the Bulldogs, is going to take a seat. And Garrett, Keith and Majors, both with above 15 points, and the next highest scorer is Montgomery with 2 for the Bulldogs. Free throw on the way. Todd able to get that one to go. Will be rewarded with a second free throw. A little bit of trouble lining up here for the Bulldogs. I think we've all had that where we don't really know where we're supposed to be at. Todd with her second attempt at the free throw line. Not going to get that one to go. Rebound's going to fall into the hands of the Lucas Cubs. Grover with the outlet pass to Sauter. Now all the way down the court trying to work it inside. They get it there. Quick shot on the way. Not going to go. But a rebound from Foss is going to put 2 more on the board for the Cubs.
Lucas' defense has really been the driving force of why they've struggled, letting up 67 points. Offensively, they've got it done. They got a ton of scoring, too. Shelby Grover with 20, and then Foss has 10, and Cottery has 15. But Storm, it doesn't matter when you got a shooter like Keith knocking down triples left and right.
Man, someone needs to go into the pause menu and check those East Knox three-point sliders, Garrett, because it seems they bumped them to 99. They cannot miss from behind the three-point arc.
It's been some serious cheese storm, and they get the offensive foul too. Now all the momentum on their side, as I believe that one was Majors knocking down the tray ball, now up to 20 points.
I mean, just check out the confidence, the quick trigger, able to pull it so fast as there's a timeout. But Garrett, I mean, wow, even with a defender right there in her face, does not matter, as that one able to go for another three-pointer, excuse me.
8 3-pointers now for East Knox to Lucas's 1. That's one of the biggest reasons East Knox has this 20-point advantage. Regardless that Lucas has been out-rebounding them, it hasn't mattered. East Knox has capitalized on their offensive opportunities, forced some turnovers, and then knocked down that tray ball.
And Garrett, it seems like more and more, especially this season, I know we were at Crestview, they had a lot of moving shots, a lot of off-balance shots, and here tonight a lot of off-balance shot as well. So do you think kind of, the step back, the fadeaway is becoming more and more prevalent in today's game?
A lot of today's game has went away from the inside game. Lucas has continued to try to do that, and they've done it well here tonight, but defensively they've struggled to guard these shooters and these players that move off the ball and knock down these three balls. It is so hard to guard somebody who's constantly running around the floor looking for the three-point shot, even when especially when they're off ball. I feel like it's a little bit harder to guard even when they do have the ball in their hands, because you got to chase them all around the floor. But this one, on ball, Majors with the step back and nothing but net storm, extending their lead to 20, as East Knox should pick up a big win here.
And that's got to be tiring. I mean, when you just got to kind of chase someone around on the three-point arc when they don't even have the basketball, more like a track practice as opposed to a basketball game.
That's what makes it so tough, too. And even when you're playing great defenses, if we've seen defenders have been in these players' faces, it hasn't mattered. Majors and Keith have been nothing but net as they're trying to get it back to Keith Storm. Let's see if she shoots it.
She's dribbling inside, layup on the way. That one's going to go in. The offensive onslaught continues for Keith and the East Knox Bulldogs. And Garrett, how demoralizing is it as Grover drives inside, takes a mid-range try, not going to go. Rebound, it's going to be a jump ball, but how demoralizing is it to have an offensive player just absolutely drill a shot directly in your face?
And the thing is, too, I don't think Lucas has been playing bad defense at all. I think they've been in the offensive players' faces. They've been closing out as Keith and Majors both check in. I'm sure that'll finish their night. Majors with 20. And then Keith with 24. They combined for 44 of East Knox 72 points. But East Knox has just had great offensive ability, and Shelby Grover's going to take a three, not get it to go, and East Knox will rebound. But it's so hard to guard somebody who can knock down a tray ball even when you're in their face. And one for East Knox, gets it to go. That's going to be Montgomery.
Montgomery, count that baby, and a foul as we take a look at the Mazza's replay. A lot of contact right there. Montgomery, the only player to have scored on the floor for the Bulldogs. She has 4, and the rest of the team, excluding Todd, has 0. Todd with 1. Bank is open this late, I guess, out here in Howard, as that one goes for Montgomery off the glass. Under 2 minutes now left to play in your Pinhook Meats scoreboard. Grover has it on the right wing, dribbles inside, stops, decides not to pop, gets it inside to Foss, not going to go. East Knox with the defensive rebound. Todd has it, Grover right there on her. Double team coming. Screen now over to the three-point arc. That one's not going to go. Grover snatches the rebound, one-on-one, run out. Montgomery trying to close out. Goes up but doesn't go in, and that's going to be 2 at the charity stripe for Grover.
Make Grover earn it at the foul line. Grover's dropped the 20-piece here, Storm, tonight. She's had herself a good game, but the story's going to be, is this East Knox shooting really taking the night away?
Wow, Keith really not afraid to let it fly, taking over the fourth quarter, not letting Lucas even think about a comeback with her stellar shooting from behind the three-point arc. That free throw not going to go, 75-50 with a minute 20 left to go here in the fourth quarter. East Knox has it, a little bit of an inadvertent bounce pass right there for them. Totten now over to the left wing, dribbles to her right, or excuse me, her left. Grover off her feet, no foul call. Taunton mid-range shot on the way. That one off the front of the iron out. Rebound Grover. Lucas trying to work it inside. They do. They get it down low to Cottery, and she scores again from the low block.
And that's been there all night long, but such a big deficit. Lucas gets another steal. That's going to be Shelby Grover looking to finish on the other end, and she will. So quick 4-point swing Storm, but I think it's going to be a little bit too late.
Maybe the old Reggie Miller 13 in 20 seconds, Garrett. You never know. Is there a 35 left to go? That's going to be an offensive foul, Garrett. So, hey, 4-point run right here. Could push it to 6. Going to need a lot more than that, but anything is possible.
Definitely going to have to be a miracle Storm here with 35 seconds remaining. They got to get a bucket pretty much every second, so I think it might be virtually impossible to come back at this point. But you never know.
Hey, never say never, but I think that miss right there will do it. That one's going to be a foul on the Lucas Cubs, and the Bulldogs are going to take it out of bounds with 24.3 left to go on the Pinhook Meats scoreboard. God, Pinhook Meats, Mazza, we got all the food sponsors tonight. They must have knew what crew was coming out here. Hungriest one around. Inbound to the half court where Annette gathers it. Going to be a turnover. Grover now gets it up the court to Color. She goes all the way inside. Not going to get it to go, and that one's going to be a foul on the Bulldogs, and that's going to be 2 shots at the free throw line. Make sure you stick with us after regulation ends, as we will have a player of the game interview, as well as yours truly and the illustrious Garret Parlett will be discussing stats before we make our long trek home back to Worcester and Ashland. Color at the free throw line for her second attempt. Going to be a lane violation. Oh, excuse me, a line violation there from Grover. Too far down near the corner. Don't see that one very often, as East Knox is going to take the basketball, and all they have to do is dribble this one out. They get it and obviously elects not to foul, and Taunton might just dribble this one out. Gives a pass over to the free throw line. Montgomery has it. Now back to Taunton. She dribbles inside, and a little icing on the cake, Garrett. A little cherry on top, as Taunton's going to head to the line for 2 more.
Typically don't see the Striped Storm call that so late in the game, especially with this big of a margin, but gotta play through the final horn.
Gotta play the final horn.
So
you always got to have that intensity. See as Taunton knocks down her free throw. Spans the lead even further, puts this one even further out of question. I don't know, Garrett. Still might be possible.
I don't want to hear it.
1.8 left to go here in the fourth. Taunton not able to get that one to go. Rebound for the Lucas Cubs, but that's going to do it here for the fourth quarter, where the East Knox Bulldogs took down the Lucas Cubs 76-54. We're going to be right back with a player of the game interview, but for now, you've been watching High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
Mazza's Restaurant first opened its doors in 1939. Today, a new generation of the Mazza family keeps that tradition alive by offering a full lunch and dinner menu highlighted by house classics like lasagna, chicken parmesan, and the famous Mazza salad. Their new facility, located in Mount Vernon, also offers catering and banquet services. Visit Mazzas.com for weekly specials and info, and make Mazza's your new dining destination.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Welcome back to East Knox High School, where the East Knox Bulldogs were victorious over the Lucas Cubs 76-54. Taking a look at the stats, starting with the home court Bulldogs: 23 free throws, 8 threes, 23 rebounds, 6 fouls, 14 turnovers, and shooting 6 for 8 from the free throw from the free throw line. For the Lady Cubs, 21 field goals, 1 3, 31 rebounds, 8 fouls, 15 turnovers, and shooting 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Storm Bluntschly joined, as always, by the illustrious Garret Parlett. And Garret, just run me through these stats real fast.
Well, the big thing, Storm, obviously was a three-point shooting, especially from Laura Keith. Going to be our MVP, Storm, here in a couple minutes. But she made a couple of them. They made 8 in total, so East Knox was knocking down the tray ball all night long. Even though they lost the rebound category, it didn't matter. They were shooting lights out and capitalizing on their offensive opportunities as they moved to 2-2 overall on the season.
A big win for them, and Lucas, another loss for them. Just talk to me about what a win is for East Knox and what a loss means for Lucas.
Sitting at 1-1 in the KMAC. Their only win in the KMAC was against Centerburg, as you mentioned earlier in the broadcast. Lucas is going to drop to 1-6. I think they played a good game here offensively tonight. Defense has got to be able to pick it up, and they got to be able to stop and close out on shooters, as obviously East Knox lit it up behind the three-point arc.
Alrighty, that's going to do it here for our final stats. Make sure you stick with us. We're going to have a player of the game interview coming up here in just a few short minutes. But for now, you've been watching High School Hoops live and free.
Mazza's restaurant first opened its doors in 1939. Today, a new generation of the Mazza family keeps that tradition alive by offering a full lunch and dinner menu highlighted by house classics like lasagna, chicken parmesan, and the famous Mazza salad. Their new facility, located in Mount Vernon, also offers catering and banquet services. Visit Mazzas.com for weekly specials and info, and make Mazza's your new dining destination.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Now time for our player of the game, powered by Frito Lay. And of course, who else but Laura Keith with 24 points, a senior. Wow, that fourth quarter, just talking me through your shooting and just what you were able to do on offense.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely knew that we needed to get some momentum going. So I just took every open shot that I could, tried to make sure that they were smart shots as well, and they just happened to fall.
Got the bling on. Just tell me a little bit about that sweet chain you're wearing.
So our coaches are starting a thing called the Game Changer. So each game, they're going to nominate someone, and we get to wear it until the next game.
Well, I think some of us at OH.REPORT could use a little bit of that pun school that your coaches must have went to. Third quarter, a little bit shaky there from behind the arc. Didn't phase you at all. Just talk to me about what your mindset was kind of in the third quarter and then moving on into the fourth.
Yeah, I've kind of just learned as I've gone on that I can't let a shot affect my overall shooting. I just have to keep going, and my coaches are really good about just telling me that I have a green light to shoot, and even if I miss a shot, they tell me that I have a good shot. So I just got to keep going and not focus on the negatives.
All right, then another big win here tonight. Just talk to me about what a win does for your momentum heading into conference play.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely gives us confidence, and I think just going into Mount Gilead, we know what we need to work on, so we'll be able to work on that. And then it just gives us overall confidence to get things done.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Once again, your MVP brought to you by Frito Lay, Laura Keith, a senior with 24 points. Thank you very much. Go out and enjoy this one.
Thank you.
Alrighty, we're going to wrap up our broadcast now. Have a couple people that I want to thank as per usual. Of course, I want to thank the illustrious Garret Parlett for locking it down on the color commentary. Hayden Gray providing those wonderful pictures for your spectacles to absorb, as well as all of our sponsors tonight, our commercial sponsors, Mechanics Bank and Mazza's of Mount Vernon. Instant Replay Mazza's as well. Player of the game Frito Lay. Scoreboard Pinhook Meats, and our pregame, halftime, and postgame sponsor Frito Lay, as well as I want to thank you, the fans, because without this, we would not be able to provide this coverage live and free for you guys. So thank you all so much for tuning in, listening to our golden voices, and checking out our live and free coverage. But for now, you've been watching High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.